If you're looking for coins to finish off FC24, I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable. But make sure to use the code GTT at the end of checkout for 6% off every order. So we have an absolutely huge SBC waiting for us, and yet we've still got Mia Hamm to come. We have got at the moment David Ginola, the 98 rated striker. We know full well he's going to be very, very good in this game. And he is, I'd say, only 18 SBCs, but they start at 91. So we have got a lot to go with. We have got two 91s. We have a 92. I'm not going to go through the team of the seasons because it doesn't matter at this point. We then have 6, 7 92s. We then have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 93s to get done. This is gonna be a bit of a grind to get going. Now, when it comes to team of the seasons and team of the weeks, we are kind of alright at this point because we have batch free. Well, it's technically batch free, I suppose. So obviously when it comes to this grind, he's currently coming in at a price we don't know yet. So we will check in at the end, but it's gonna be very expensive. It'll definitely be over a couple of mil at the minimum. But the question is, how do you even start a grind like this? Now, the good thing when it comes to icons and heroes is we've got a lot of amount of days to go. So it's not as if like Sterling, we've got 4 days left. You can kind of grind him out over time. Yaya Touré's got 9, but he's got 54 days left. So it will be straight into all of the upgrades in general. So the daily login is going to be the first thing I will do. I have not touched any SBCs at this moment in time from the 6 PM on Friday. So this is going to be where I would personally go to start with. So obviously the login is going to be number 1 there. We then have the 84 times 10. That is going to go in a day. So Saturday, I believe the 85 times 10 goes as well. So we should see potential of either getting 84 times 10 10 times or unlimited. It's a potential. And then the 85 times 10 I can imagine goes up to 3 or could go up to 5. This is kind of following the patterns of last year. Whether they go full into the ultimate yet or the unlimited grind, that will make it a lot easier to do. So that's kind of number 1 on the list. So then we have got the daily golds, daily silvers, daily bronze if you want to do them, but you can kind of miss that method with what I'm going to show you now. So obviously let's open up the login because this kind of starts the grind. You do actually get a semi-decent pack, an 83 times 2. I've had 2 90s out of it, 90 pluses, so it's not necessarily the worst pack in the world, and it can start the grind off depending on where you left off the day before. We also have some gold packs we're just going to discard from leaving a draft. They're just going to be pretty much discard. Anything that's tradable, always just get rid of it. Just discard it, get the coins back, and then potentially you could buy a promo pack later on down the line when you do manage to get something from it. Because sometimes you get a special card, he discards for 10k at the minimum. You potentially could get something from there. At the minimum, the gold pack's giving you like 1.6 at the best. So that's not terrible, I suppose. And it's going to just give me them extra little bit of coins to be able to buy another promo pack. Especially now when we do have so many more things in packs at the moment. So now we've got the 82 times 2. This is going to be the second day of the daily login. So we're going to open up that first. That's going to give us a special straight away. Brazilian striker. We're going to get a bit of Jesus. It's just going to be the one. Was he at 89? 88. So already an 88. Fantastic. Obviously, like we said, with the Friday, it is batch free now. So I believe we've got a lot of good stuff in packs as well. We're going to get a gold from the 83 times 2, which is absolutely fine. And it's going to be 1 duplicate, which is fine. You would obviously normally put it into an SBC, but for now, we're just going to grind it out. So from here, it depends on what sort of cards you've got in your club. If you are starting from absolutely nothing, then potentially I would go for the daily gold. If you've got absolutely nothing in your squad, you've not been grinding that much, and you've kind of gone that way. We do have, I wonder if we have the little packs still. Will they be over here? What we got? 100k, 35, 5 rare, 1 guaranteed to be 86. you never know. Sometimes you might as well open up these. We get a team of the season, which is actually going to be... Oh, is that a team? Yeah, it's Muslera. Don't know how you pronounce it, but we get a team of the season regardless. So that's going to be great for the 85 times 10 grind. And I can imagine we should get a decent amount of team of the seasons this time. So we're going to obviously go with our man Burkamp here, and we will open up the other one. Obviously, coins now are pretty much made redundant. It's literally not even worth the grind anymore. So we'll open up the second one as well. If you are grinding this game out, then you can kind of do this and be absolutely fine, because 35k you will get back with how you do this grind. Another 88 in there, and of course we have got to choose Drogba there. I definitely want to give that card a try. So then we've done that. So all the promo packs we wanted to open are opened. Definitely don't spend points with this method. It is not worth it unless they are on your account right now and you've not put them on and it's kind of just last in there. Then fair enough, but don't add any more now. It is literally no point. With the grind that we've got, it's so easy. So the first thing I would do with having a few bits in my fodder in the club already, I would start the 85 times 10 as there's only one of it. I might as well get that one out of the way. Obviously I'll go for specials. I believe that's my first team of the season that I've got. Oh, I've got a few informs as well, so I'll get rid of what's already in packs. Then we'll obviously go for the golds. Normally what I do here is go for all of my commons, because rares are a little bit harder to come by when I'm doing the 82 picks. I tend to run out quicker than I do the commons, so that's just from the 89 exchange. Plus we've got some high rated ones. I believe the SBC does need to be 86 as well, so we will use some special fodder as well. Anything below 89 is always perfect for an SBC like this. So we've got an 86 here as well. That's going to make it an 85, and then all we'll go for is new, and we'll see what we can give in. To be honest, everybody was an 82 anyway, so let's see 83. What about the 85 on the other page? No, and let's go 83. There we go. Perfect. So as many commons in as I can, and that is going to be the first team done. So we've only got one of them, and I can imagine as we grind through a little bit more, we should tend to have a few more. Hopefully tomorrow evening should give us a few more, which would be very nice. So let's have a look at the first one. It's going to be a team of the season back, which is nice. We should get to the point where team of the seasons are a lot more common. We're going to get either Sanchez or Hernandez is what we're going for. 94, great to the game. Great fodder in there. And who's at the back with him? It's going to be... Okay, we take it. Gurma? Gurma, is that how you pronounce it? And then we've got Keane. Okay, we take that, so some good fodder back, and we have got a team of the season, which is perfect. Now, when it comes to relaying this fodder, this duplicate, you could either, if you're quite happy with the SBC fodder, start off some of Ginola. Obviously, Hernandez is going to be a perfect one. Any of like the 93 and above is what you want to start the SBCs with. You don't want to start them with like a 90 or an 89, because they're already going to be very, very high rated. And a good thing as well with all of these SBCs is you've got a decent amount of packs for each of them, so there's a potential of a pull, a special pull, maybe even multiple in every single one, which is going to give you good coins to then put back into the upgrades to be able to get more packs. So that's always perfect. What I personally do is I normally go and put everything back in, and I'll just use commons and keep what is not duplicate. So for instance, we could put Gurma in, as we know she's kind of already packable. We then go with Kimmich. I believe all the specials were fine. I'll keep the golds, I'll put the golds in, and then I'll keep the specials, as they're going to be good for later on down the line. Then obviously being an 84 rated SBC, I can kind of go down on the commons a little bit now. I don't need to use too high of a rating, because it should be only an 84, which pretty much we've got an 87, so more than likely we've got to put some people back here. So Foden I don't believe was here, and I want to say Kalanoglu wasn't either, so we'll go with that, and everybody else is duplicate, so that is fine. I'm quite happy with that. If you want to go one step further, 75s, maybe chuck in a silver just to lower it down even more. Depends on how bothered you truly are with this. So then we'd open up all of the 84 times 10s. We obviously get 5 of them every single day. Make sure you've got team of the weeks or team of the seasons prepared, but hopefully we should now start to get a decent amount of team of the seasons again. This is going to be not a Futties. I can't remember what this card was. Is it Trailblazer? Oh, it's Ultimate Birthday, of course it is. So we're going to get Mudryk in this. 91, we take it, but it means we probably haven't got a team of the season. So, okay, we got Govu, we got Larsson, some new players coming in, and one duplicate. So, again, I would go through the list and would just keep going like that. So, I would keep going with them, trying to get the team of the season. If not, then getting a team of the week pack, because it's just the easiest way of doing it, to be honest. From there, to be able to recycle all these players, you want to be looking at the 82 player pick and pretty much just the 89 exchange. Now, I don't know if we're going to get the 81 player pick back on Monday, so that is going to be an interesting one to see if we potentially go up yet and go up to an 83 player pick instead. I don't know what they're going to do with that one, but at the moment, I would utilize as much of the 82 player pick as you physically can, because it is a very, very good player pick. That is why I personally would try and do as many of these as possible, because you just tend to get a good amount of rewards, and if you just sit there and start grinding them, it's always perfect to do. So obviously when it comes to this, you can open these up if you have got duplicates as well, so it is good if you are searching for something before you put that into an SBC. For instance, if you're searching for a team of the season out of them, then obviously that's going to be a nice shout as well. Just open up one. I mean, of course it was going to not give me anything good. So that is just the grind in general there. So what you would do to get the fodder for them 82 player picks is where the other fodder comes in mind. The exchange is the perfect way for this. So for instance, the 89 exchange is exactly what I try and do every single time. And the best thing about this is, because Ginola, especially if we're looking specifically at Ginola, has only 91 and above SBCs, it means, for instance, if we go into our golds, we've got an 89, we can whack them straight in. Yes, some of the 89s could be worth putting in, but if you're putting in 92, 3 and 4s, then an 88 every now and then wouldn't go amiss. So I would then, once I've done all the player picks, I've got as far as I can go, I would then have a look at what sort of fodder I've got. So obviously, someone like Danjuma can go in, Keane can go in, and also, I don't even know who that last one was. They all could go in, because really now 91, 92, 93 have absolutely no different price anymore. So if you was to go over to Futbin and look at cheapest player by rating, you can then see if we go to 89, we've got 11k, 11k, 11, 12, 11, and then it goes up to 14 for 94. So really, it doesn't matter at this point. You can literally just go for any of the cards, and you know they're packable, so that's absolutely fine. Mudryk was obviously the other one. I would try and go for as close to 89 and 90 as possible, especially if you are trying to do some of them 91 SBCs for Ginola, but if you need to, that's absolutely fine, because what you find, sometimes you get a little bit lucky with these. Now, I have had many of special from these 51 player packs, so you can guarantee every now and then you're going to get somebody decent out of it. It's literally a team of the season straight off the bat. We're going to get the goalkeeper again. I feel like he's going to be pretty common, if I'm to say so of myself. So that's already a great one to go back into the 84 times 10. We do have 22 duplicates, because obviously I've not done all my player picks yet, but this is the whole point. You can just keep grinding these round. With that Muslera, I could either go for the 84 times 10, or if I've got a lot of team of the seasons, because clearly we're getting a decent amount, I think this is a path to glory actually instead. You can obviously grind that out so much better. It's actually a fantasy. You can obviously put them all in again. We're going to get an 88 that we want to keep, and you can just keep doing it over and over and over again. It's a brilliant grind to keep going. You literally don't need to spend that many coins, because predominantly all of the 82 player picks, you put some back. We've had a special every single one. This is going to be a team of the season, and it's going to be... Oh, it's the woman, isn't it? Yeah, I couldn't remember her name. So obviously a 90 rated again. Brilliant for the 84 times 10, and obviously anything that precedes. We also get a double special, so you could go with both of them into the exchange. We obviously have an 88 as well, and then a couple of spare cards at the back as well. So that's what I mean. You can literally just keep rinsing and repeating this. You can put all of the high rated fodder in there, anything from 85 and above if you are struggling with it. And then once you're quite happy with the amount of duplicates you're getting, you just then take all of them gold cards and whack them straight back into the 82 player pick. Once you've done that, you could then either do some team of the weeks if you've running out of team of the seasons, then go into the 84 times 10s. You could go into the gamble SBCs for anything a little bit more cheekier, because you've got 90s and 89s. You're still trying to keep your 91s, and then anything else goes into Ginola, and you just have to repeat the process. Anything tradable from these packs, make sure you're selling or discarding to get the profit back, opening the promo packs, and it is just a massive link round, and I think he will definitely be worth doing. 98 rated, absolutely incredible. Let me know if you're going to complete.